So on the Sunday of my south of Tokyo excursion, we were going to go to Nara. That is going to happen. But before that, I took an early stroll around Universal Studios Japan and decided to grab lunch at this restaurant that I talked about in the previous vlog that's never open when I'm there, or at least open with the Jurassic Park menu it's supposed to have. So let's start off with a weird breakfast. So I said earlier in the vlog I really wanted to eat at the Discovery Restaurant. We're doing breakfast at the Discovery Restaurant, 9:30 a.m. Similar to Tokyo Disney, that doesn't mean there's breakfast food. Restaurants just open very early with their standard menu. I probably over-ordered, but this is never open every time. Well, it's open, it's usually just a different menu and themed to some silly anime thing. No offense to anime fans, but I mean, this is a beautiful restaurant. So let's get started. There is a, first thing I'm gonna start with is this Loco Moco style Hamburg steak rice bowl. So we've talked about the Hamburg steak before. It's basically a hamburger patty. This case has egg thrown over it. There's sauce and rice and onion rings. Loco Moco, a Hawaiian dish for the most part, I believe. We are in a tropical setting, Jurassic Park. Get that egg cut and let that run over the Hamburg steak. There's a river of that sauce in there. It's pretty all right. The hamburgers are good quality, better than the Tokyo Disney ones for sure. The egg is perfectly fine. The rice is fine. It's not going to change your world. I don't think it's probably the best meal here, but I have an onion ring. Those are good. It looks like there's also broccoli in there, maybe corn. Yeah. Some grilled corn, some broccoli, edamame. I'll give this a 3 out of 7. Also, we talk about these crazy bowls that have camouflage dinosaurs on them. It's pretty nuts. Is this styrofoam? Is this legal? What year is it? Roast beef rice bowl. So it's a pile of roast beef on top of rice. I'm getting Satuli Canteen vibes from this, at least the old. And this comes with the weird hard-boiled egg on the side. I'll try a little bit of this roast beef. The wood utensils maybe not the best thing for this dish. Did they catch a dinosaur? I don't know what happened. What did they yell? Something has happened. This is good, it's just a little dry. Like there's not a whole lot going on. So it's well-cooked beef. Rice is solid. Vegetables are fresh. It needs more sauce or another sauce of some kind. It's just so plain. But food quality is a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. But what do I do with the hard-boiled egg? Do I just crack it and eat it? Is that? Well, I don't need to do that. Everyone knows what a hard-boiled egg tastes like. This is a 4. But picky eaters, that might be something worth noting. Speaking of picky eaters, they also just have what they would call in this country karaage chicken, what we might call like chicken breast nuggets, although they're not going to be all white meat because it never happens here except at McDonald's pretty much. So this is some mayo-based sauce for the chicken. We think this is something for the fries, or this is basil sauce for the chicken, and there's a mayo, we think, for the French fries. In Japan, I should use a fork to eat these, I suppose. They're actually very good. Usually I feel like the fast food chicken is a little chewy at the theme parks. This is pretty tender and moist, and it's well seasoned. It's on the salty side. Those are good. And the sauce adds, I really like that sauce actually. It's a mild basil, which pairs perfectly with the salt and everything going on with the chicken. And then have a French fry. Those are nice. I forget what you call these. They're halfway between a steak fry and a shoestring. Kind of the medium, the middle option. They remind me of Wendy's a bit. I'm getting Wendy's vibes. These are, again, for picky eaters, if you just want something quick and fast and edible. These are both good options. I give these both a 6. All right, let's do dessert. This is where it gets a little more complicated. This is amazing, though. We have another egg, and this comes in a nest, too. This is the mango pudding dino egg. Comes in a hard plastic egg. This is like those capsules you get Easter toys in kind of deal. It kind of looks a little like a Petri dish, which is fitting for Jurassic Park, right, where we're playing God. The presentation on this is a 7, though. I don't even care what it tastes like. I just think this is cute and creative, and it takes a hell of a picture. I probably should use the spoon. I put the fork in like an idiot. You get like a mango. What is happening in the background? There's a lot of clapping again. So what's happening in the background? Apparently, if you come in and it's your birthday, the crew members will make dinosaur noises and wish you happy birthday, and then everyone claps about the birthday and the dinosaur noises. Either way, it tastes like a mango custard, but more of a gelatin consistency. Not my thing, but I feel like people will enjoy this. I'd give this a 5. The presentation goes a long way. I'm going to eat the chocolate dinosaur head, though, because I need to know if that's good or not. Oh, that was not what I thought that was. What was that? I've eaten 1,000 fast food or counter service theme park desserts. I thought that was going to be a hard chocolate piece. It wasn't hard. It was like pudding. That was somehow like a pudding dinosaur head. That kicks this up 1. What I give this a 5? I'm giving it a 6. That was not. You ever eat something and you think, oh, it's gonna be this, and it was the total opposite consistency. All right, the last thing we're trying is the volcano cake, which is volcano cake with berry and dragon fruit sauce. I don't think it's like an American volcano cake. I think it's going to be more like a bundt cake with stuff thrown in it, I think is what's happening. I think someone's yelling Happy Easter now. I don't know what's happening. We've lost all control of the Discovery Center. Oh boy. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with the cake. I will tell you, the cream, incredibly fresh, very sweet, perfect. With the berries mixed with it, perfection. The cake is very moist and soft. I don't know what flavor I'm getting from it. From the exterior, the berry has really soaked in, which is fantastic. But when you get towards the middle, there's not a whole lot going on flavor-wise, but you'll want to just distribute that cream pretty evenly, and you'll be able to because there's a ton of it. This is fantastic. This is a 6 out of 7. I highly, highly recommend this. It would be a 7 if the middle of that cake had a little more flavor, but yeah. This lived up to the hype for me. I think this is a solid option. Like, again, boulangerie's still my favorite in this park. Toadstool's real good. This is in the conversation, though. I think this is a lot of real solid options. And maybe some stuff that the pickier eaters will feel comfortable with. But between the atmosphere, the theming of the dishes, and the quality of them, I'd put this on your list if you're going to be spending a couple days at USJ. After enjoying our weird Jurassic breakfast, it was time to catch a train to Nara, which is known for these deer. So you're going to see a lot of imagery of these deer. It's what they're known for. The deer just freely roam. You can feed them. They're mostly friendly, although there are plenty of signs that warn you that maybe sometimes they won't be. But that's what Nara is known for, and that's what we're going to see. A polite request from the deer when feeding them. Don't keep us waiting, there's an angry one. Be mindful of other deer. We don't have crackers left. Show us by raising both hands in the air. No. I got the crackers. Let's go. Ah yes, the deer in their natural habitat, being swarmed by people. While visiting the park, we also saw, or got a glimpse of the Todaji Pagoda, which, according to some, is the one that the Epcot one is based on. Some people think it's the Horyuji, but who knows? No? You looked so intently when we're not interested. No. No. Everyone's very full. This is everything I dreamt it would be. Yay. I paid 200 yen for these. One of you has to eat them. Someone must not be overfed today. Well, he's actively eating right now. Come on. No? The one that's hungry. Everyone's located the one that's hungry. He ate their whole package. No one ate one of them. The whole package. Well, there you go. Wow, he's gonna eat the whole package at once, right? He did it. This is me eating, right? I just wake up and decide I want to eat a whole package of something. Just a whole box of Ritz. As soon as I wake up. You're not even done with that one yet. There's one on the ground. Wow, we've gotten very close, waiting for him to move. He's not budging.
He's so cool, he's so cool.
This guy's got it. There's Sakura or cherry blossom ice cream. The Sakura desserts kind of have like a what's the flavor I'm looking? Like a toasted cherry kind of flavor to them. They're pretty good. I had like almost like a parfait yesterday, almost like more of a mousse, but it's a little warm today, so people are big on the ice cream. We're now looking at the Great South Gate, which is going to be on our way to the Todaji Temple. But inside this giant gate are two of the most unbelievable wood sculptures I've ever seen. I can't believe these are wood. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and they're giant and just very impressive. This is free to see, and then the temple, which we're about to go to, there is a nominal fee to go see that. And the reason you want to see that is it's home of the world's largest bronze sculpture of Buddha. This stuff isn't always my bread and butter. These aren't always the things I would think first to go see in places, but it was really, the grounds were beautiful, and then you'll see inside the Buddha it's really quite a sight. It's very, very large, and I would say if you're going to Nara, absolutely something worth seeing. To give you an idea of scale. Those are people, and this is a very big Buddha.
And one of the arms is 1700. So there's pieces, they would remodel it only a part of it instead of doing the whole thing all over. And
please no photos or video, but you can turn a laptop if you'd like. Please. If the super large Buddha is too much, there are the smaller Buddhas off to the side. So a tip if you come here, the deer at the very front of the park obviously get fed the best because people don't travel very far in. Once you come up here, they're basically begging to be fed. But almost no one has crackers. I think this kid has them though. Yep, he's asking. There you go. I also bought a Nara deer. It's essentially a tsum tsum, and it has the deer cracker in its mouth. If you're coming to Japan, I would tell you to be ready to walk up a lot of steps at a lot of temples. More stairs. After taking in some of the sights of Nara, we decided to take in some of the flavors. Kakigori, one of the things they are particularly known for in this area. There are ice shrines and temples and festivals in Nara, so it's a big part of the culture here. I got a melon and ramune. So ramune is lemon lime with melon. It was a really good combination, and I think having it on the street is the right way to go, probably with kakigori. After that, we tried one of the more distinctive dishes of the region, which is the kakinoha sushi. This is sushi that is, it's wrapped in persimmon leaves, and what makes it distinctive is this is several days old, but the persimmon leaves, which give it its flavor, also are what keep it from going bad or being nauseating. The antibacterial agents in the leaves do the trick there. I would highly recommend trying this. It was interesting and different, and if you like sushi in general, this is a interesting take on it and a different flavor palette for sure. This deer man is apparently the mascot of the city. I do not like the deer man. Kind of looks like Bob Chapek a little bit. Maybe that's the job he got after. Even the train services have mascots here. And here it's Ikoka is the name of the service, so I call their mascot the platypus. I've named him Lee Ikoka. Kids, look it up. So before we went to Nara, I came into the park and specifically timed my entry ticket. I waited until around 5 p.m. popped up for an entry time. And then I booked it, and then we went to Nara, and now I could go have dinner and get my soup. So I'm literally just going to Super Nintendo World for soup. Get out of my way, it's time for soup! Soup! They used to not have Coke Zero in this land. It used to not be a thing. Kind of similar to Potter. Well, Potter doesn't have Coca-Cola products at all, but now they have Coke Zero. You can get a large, which is nice. Usually I still get like the iced tea, but I think I need the caffeine. I got a long night ahead with the Shinkansen ride ahead, and I got some work to do on the train. We have a lot of Super Nintendo World content, so I'm not going to bore you with the review, but I'll tell you my two favorite things are mushroom soup and the pizza bowl, which is basically like a pizza soup. It is two soups. Sometimes I'll come and just get that, but I don't really want to eat a weird box of train food tonight. I'm going to try to fill up now, so that way I literally don't have to eat anything on the train tonight. I cannot find the words to tell you how much I love this soup. It's 7 out of 7. Top 10 theme park counter service food items in the world, I think. This soup is just creamy, rich mushroom flavor. It's always served nice and hot. Like even after we would do photos and video and the reviews, like it would always still be hot. And the presentation in the mushroom is second to none. This is theme park quick service Mount Rushmore, the mushroom soup. They have crew members guarding a giant tarp, which obviously is the eventual entrance into Donkey Kong Country. We are days, weeks, months away. No one seems to know. Supposedly they're doing extensive testing. We'll see when this is going to happen. The rumor is around the time Fantasy Springs opens, but nothing's been said at this point. We'll just have to wait and see. But if you're wondering where we are, there's Mount Beanpole. So in order to get in here, you have to come into the land, down the steps, through here, and out through there, and that'll dead end. And it will, I think, do that in Epic too, which from a design standpoint, I don't get it. This land is always congested and kind of miserable, right? Like, look, it's beautiful. I think the land itself is gorgeous. It's just always overwhelmed. The lines are a mess. It's hard to even just hit blocks. It's just uncomfortable, you know? It's just cramped and uncomfortable. You knew how popular this is going to be. A land doesn't need to be this small, and I think the Epic Land's going to be about the same size, which I think is a nightmarish mistake. Hopefully they figure this out. Alright, they now have the Donkey Kong and Mario souvenir medallions. Well, that didn't work. Let's try that again. It really doesn't want to take another coin. Okay. Come on. There we go. I think I lost one. No, I got it. They're 200 yen here. They're way more. They're double the price as Tokyo Disney Resort. But I need to complete my collection. I got 1 hour of park time left. I don't really know what to do. I'll do a quick loop around Super Nintendo World, get some steps in around the park, and then grab my bags and head to the train, I think. I got a couple of trains to take before the Shinkansen to get to Osaka Station. It says 40 for single riders. I've got over an hour. I'm going to try it. Will I live to regret this decision? Will it actually be 40 minutes? Will it be less? Will it be more? Will I miss the train? Tune in to find out. I do love this queue though. I hate this ride, but this queue is magnificent. I always feel like such an idiot with this thing. So I only ended up waiting 23 minutes, but after all that, the goggles just didn't work. I tried taking them on and off and smacking them and everything you could do, so I didn't have the augmented reality. I was kind of annoyed for like 20 seconds, and then I started looking at the sets and I was like, oh, the sets are gorgeous, and all this crap they project in your eyes distracts from the fact that they built really fantastic props and sets in that ride. I would dare say Alright, people are pushing in front of me. Okay. She cut in front of me to block the path. We're all stuck here. It's too narrow to stop, please. They cut me off and then stopped 5 times. Oh, now we've stopped in the path here. I've made a mistake filming while I walk through this disaster. Yeah, they've done a great job designing this land. This is junk. It's absolute garbage. Anyway, like I was saying, it's just so frustrating. It's a terribly designed land. The paths are narrow. They put interactive things in the middle of them on top of it. It doesn't work. None of them work. Like my headset. But I will tell you, like, I think the augmented reality is garbage. They built beautiful sets and a beautiful ride that is ruined by a cheesy, hokey novelty that ruins it. If they had built a couple of animatronics, you know, Mario Kart would be one of the greatest things ever built, but they didn't do that. And so I think it's going to go down for a lot of people as a big disappointment. That's a shame. It's great material for a ride. Anyway, yeah, it's time to leave. What a great note to leave on. I will say I waited 23 minutes and I got to experience and appreciate that ride in a different way. I don't feel bad about it. But that land is, I get frustrated just in that land. It just operationally does not function. They knew how many people were going to show up for this. And you built like the tightest, narrowest land. And I know someone will be in the comments like, oh, you don't like anything. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I've covered this long enough to know when things work and they don't. And you, like the average guest, knows when things work and they don't. As someone standing in that pathway, even if it's their first time to a theme park, they will tell you that's not working. That is common sense. Popcorn bucket down. My heart hurts every time I hear a bucket hit the ground because you know There's a scratch on there now. And you're gonna feel that scratch and see it every time you look at that popcorn bucket. Anyway, this has been Tom's grumpy universal moment. They're pretty common, but time to leave. As I said I would, I did utilize the sort of mobile order app on the Shinkansen. Again, they don't come around anymore, so now you have to do this. So it is very limited. I will tell you, this is less than used to be on the carts when they used to come around. So there's very few food options. And then if we go to drinks, I'll show you. That's the main menu. Then drinks, there's iced coffee, hot coffee. There's some beers. There's green tea, mineral water, carbonated water, and palm juice. Again, not a lot of options, but if you're really in a pinch, you can order stuff through this app. I would tell you just pick up stuff at a convenience store, even in just the train station before you leave, whether it's Osaka, Tokyo, wherever. There's plenty of options out there.